Right, so now for the last step of our lino printing, and we're going to put ink on the lino, and I'm going to show you how to actually print it. So here, this is the state of my lino at the moment, all grey, and you've been given a little tub of ink here, so just open it up. Now this is water-based ink, so you should be able to wash it off just with soapy water or a degreaser, something like one of those Mr. Muscle kitchen degreasers. You don't want much ink, just use a spoon or a knife to put it onto your what you're rolling the ink out onto. And what I use for rolling the ink out is either a piece of glass or just an old picture frame, still with the glass in it, a mirror, a cake tin, or maybe the lid off an ice cream box, something like that. So we're just going to roll the ink carefully out onto the plate. You want it smooth and flat. Like I say, you don't want too much ink, otherwise it goes into the indentations on the piece of lino. And then we just carefully roll it onto our piece of lino. And I always think the first lino print is a little bit like making pancakes, that it takes a little, you know, the first pancake's never very good. So just be patient with yourself. So a bit more ink, and I'm being careful not to catch all the protruding lines that I've got from when I was cutting it out. So I'm just rolling it evenly, making sure that there's plenty of ink on it. Hopefully you can see. When I stand the roller up, there's two sides to it. This side is for rolling, and then this acts as a little stand so you don't get ink on the table. I have actually protected the table with newspaper. So this is the paper, and it's a professional printmaking paper. This one's called Zirkle Smooth, and there's a rougher side and a smoother side, and I'm going to use the smooth side because that's really good for this technique. So just carefully lay the paper on top of the print, keep it absolutely still, don't push it off the centre. Now I've also included a piece of newsprint which you can use to protect the paper. Some papers tear when you, this is called burnishing, what I'm going to show you, and some papers tear when you do that, but I think this Zirkle one should be all right, so I'm not actually going to use it for this, but you'd rub over the newsprint. So just take your spoon, and we're going to use the back of it to burnish the paper, which just means rubbing over the surface of the back of the paper, and this way we're transferring the ink, and you should be able to see through the paper where you've already gone with the back of the spoon. Now it can be a little bit aching on your wrists if you do it for too long, so just take your time. I am pressing quite hard, and it might be a good idea if you stand up to do this, so you've got a little bit of weight behind you. You can have a little peep, see how it's doing, but don't do that too often because you will end up skewing the paper, and your print will be all blotchy and sort of skew with, basically. So hopefully I've got enough time to just quickly burnish the entire piece. Like I say, it can be a bit tough on your wrists and shoulders. I think that would be enough for this demonstration. There you go. You'll have longer to do this. Right, and then we can just peel the paper back. Oh yeah, that's okay. And I'll show you it here. So can you see what I mean by how it reverses, which is why it's important to put writing backwards. So most of it's okay. You can see that it's caught some of the, you've got some noise there, which I could just scoop those back off with the lino cutter if I wanted to. Anyway, simple. And then to clean up, just use soapy water. I hope you've enjoyed this. Good luck with everything. Bye bye.